Alrighty, welcome back. The slide you just saw before this was our 2020 release calendar. There are some really exciting beers coming up for you folks in this market. So definitely keep an eye and definitely have Nate scroll back if you want to take a look at some of the beers that we do have coming down the pipeline, because we have some really exciting ones. One of them, which I think I mentioned earlier, is the Stout 4-pack. With Calavera. That beer is a phenomenal beer. This is the first time we've had a chance to get some of that beer up into South Dakota. We're very, very excited. I think you're really going to enjoy it. Another one that we have coming right around the corner is our Buried Gold. It's a very limited 6-pack in the same kind of model as this Mosaic IPA we'll get to here soon. But what we did is we took a gold lager beer and then we ended up blending it with one of our sour beers that we use black currants on. We're trying to scale and figure out a way to get more of our fun sour beers that we do produce, but we're limited because it's just a really time-consuming and tank-consuming, and it's a heavy weight on the breweries because they can come in during the weekend to boil it back up after it sits in the tank in sours. So this is an opportunity to kind of get some of those flavor profiles out into the market in a little bit more of a general way. But we blended it, and it's going to have a nice tart, jammy characteristic to it. It should be a really exciting beer. So Buried Gold, that's right around the corner. Another one I would definitely recommend to keep your eye out for is our Chocolate Orange Stout. We will have that out at the end of the year. And then we have a ton of really fun beers in the same style as this limited premium style 6-pack. One of which, Dope, which I know you're familiar with. We're going to have that beer back for you, I promise. It'll probably be toward the end of 2021, maybe early fall. But we will be bringing back, when we first opened in 2013, when we started bottling in 2013, we released our New Zealand IPA. That was our year-round IPA. Now we just have more of a traditional American IPA. But the New Zealand IPA was a beer that we brewed with all New Zealand hops, and it was very unique and very flavorful. It was an awesome beer. It's very special. And due to the limited quantities that you can and access you can get on those New Zealand hops, we had to kind of skew into our regular season American IPA, which was not necessarily a step back because that beer is phenomenal. It's 96 rated on Beer Advocate magazine when those guys are still producing. So we're very proud of what that beer is. But back in the old days, NZ IPA was my go-to. So we're actually going to bring that beer back in a premium 6-pack this year, and we're really excited about that. We will also have Mosaic IPA, and we're looking at another specialty hazy IPA and some other options. And hopefully when we get to a situation where we can produce a little bit more sour beers, we'll be able to package that as a full sour, because we've got a number of really quality sours that come down. But on to Mosaic IPA. This is one of my favorite beers, if not my favorite beer that we produce. The very first time we produced this beer, it was a recipe built as a pale ale. And honestly, I think that may have been just as good, if not better, than the IPA version. I love IPAs, but I'm kind of unique. I think a lot of people don't give pale ales as much credit as they really deserve, and because a well-designed pale ale is a phenomenal beer. But we ended up scaling this over the years into an IPA, and this beer just kicks. It's 7% ABV. We use Mosaic hops, and those hops are just rockin' hops in general. But really hoppy, tangerine, pine. You get a little bit of peach characteristic, papaya, blueberry, pine notes. It's really all over, but that's what makes this beer so special. We really love it. So I hope that you enjoy it as well, and I hope you enjoy your evening. Cheers. Go have some say.